Hello, I'm Brian Rathbun with Bona. In this video we'll be discussing the application process of Bona craft oil. The application process is simple and easy, but before you begin, have a game plan of where you want to start and find a convenient exit point. You will also want to wear knee pads and booties on your shoes to avoid getting any dirt on the floor. There are two recommended methods for the application process of Bona craft oil. The first is using a steel trowel. You can use a standard steel trowel, but it's important you round the edges of the trowel to avoid scratching the surface of the hardwood floor. This can be done using a steel file. When rounding the corners, don't do it over the hardwood floor so you don't get any small pieces of steel on the floor. To begin, pour a puddle of craft oil about the size of a pancake at your starting point. Spread the craft oil over the surface of the floor using the trowel. Continue pouring craft oil as needed until the entire floor has been covered. Let the craft oil sit for 15 minutes. After the oil has penetrated the floor for 15 minutes, buff the floor with a clean red pad and a Bona buffer. This will massage the oil into the floor, allowing for better penetration. The second method is using a squirt bottle with a buffer and a red pad. Begin by removing the center part of the red pad and place it on the floor near your starting point. Pour Bona craft oil into the center of the red pad until half the depth is filled. Place the buffer on the red pad and begin applying. Once you notice that the amount of craft oil being applied is low, start squirting it on the floor in front of the buffer. Once you have covered the entire floor, let the craft oil sit for 15 minutes. Both application methods will require the removal of any excess craft oil. To do so, use the buffer with a clean red pad and the Bona craft oil towels placed on the red pad. Use one side of the towel until you notice it's not picking up as much oil. Flip it over to the clean side. Switch to a new towel when needed and continue the process until you have removed all the extra oil. Let the oil dry for the recommended dry time. Keep in mind that different species of hardwood will have an effect on the overall color and look of the craft oil. Once dry, in 8 to 12 hours, for additional protection, as an option, you can apply any Traffic family product. An advantage to using Bona craft oil is multiple coats of finish can be applied without having to resurface the floor. That's it for the application process of Bona craft oil. If you would like to find out more information or have any questions, contact Bona Tech Support or visit Bona.com.